Hello, and welcome to Wisdom Kipa Wednesday with me, Kipa Chitan. Yet another episode about the animals of the medicine wheel. We are on the last of the medicine wheel animals, which is the buffalo. Good old Tatanka. Tatanka Wakan. And when I say Wakan, I use that with all the other animals, and Wakan basically means sacred. So these are the 4 sacred animals of the medicine wheel that represent the different directions of the medicine wheel, the elements, and the colors that represent those directions as well. With buffalo represents the north. This is the wisdom. This is the color white comes through because of that purity, because of the snow, because of the things that you think about when you think of north. And so with buffalo, and I just kind of have to add on there, white buffalo is like the most revered of all the animals. Go and do a little story time on this one. Story time. White buffalo was introduced by white buffalo calf woman who brought the teachings of prayer, which is, for me personally, prayer is everything. And learning from indigenous cultures about prayer, about spirituality, is very special to me because it brings out, I feel like, more importance to the lesson, whatever the lesson may be. It brings it a little closer to home for me because of the connection with Great Spirit, connection with all beings. And so when White Buffalo Calf Woman came and gave these teachings, she was accompanied by a white buffalo. So anytime that a white buffalo is seen or represented in some way, it's a good omen of things to come. There have been many times when a buffalo is born white, and it may stay white for a long time, but it's a telling of something miraculous to come. Buffalo in itself, and as that they used to call it, was Tatanka. Tatanka were by the millions back in the day. So there were abundance of buffalo everywhere that you went in the plains. Now they moved a lot, so the tribes were nomadic. They would follow these buffalo because they were a huge source of everything for them. Not only a source of food, a source of clothing, a source of tools. Every part of that buffalo was used, down to the bladder to carry water, the fur to make tents, to make clothing, every part of it. So the buffalo is a representation of abundance for the plains people, and now that we have learned so much from them, it's become a representation for everyone, for abundance and prayer, because we're not only taught how to pray for that abundance, but to be appreciative of it when it comes. And so when a buffalo shows up, whether it's the physical representation of a buffalo, or maybe somebody says the word, or you see a picture of it, or you get a vision of it, it's showing you that you do have that abundance around you, and you just need to look a little closer, or you may have to move to go get it. Just like the plains people did, was they had to follow that abundance. They didn't just wait for it to fall into their laps. They had to go get it. They prayed for it, and they went into action to do that. And they always shared that abundance. And I think that's the most important thing, is in these prayers that they were taught, it wasn't just an individual thing. It's for the whole of the people. And so when they prayed, they didn't say, oh, give me all this meat, give me all these tools, I want all this abundance. No, it was for the whole tribe. It was for your family, it was for your tribe, it was for that whole nation. They might share with other tribes because of that generosity, because they knew through prayer, they would listen to these lessons. They would listen to what Wakantanka was saying, what Great Spirit was saying to them. And they were taught generosity will bring even more abundance. And not to do it because you want more abundance, but because it was just the right thing to do, because your heart felt good when you gave. And then miraculously, you get more. And in appreciating that, it just keeps flowing. And then those people that you give to, it's a domino effect. So all these things start spreading out. More and more abundance and more tools and more prayer and more kindness just keeps getting wider and wider and wider. My prayer is that happens throughout the whole world. You know, it's always a prayer for me for people to have the understanding of this, to have the understanding of generosity, to have the understanding that abundance is always there for you. You don't have to be greedy about it, that it's always at hand. It's just a matter of you taking action to do so. So I hope that was helpful for you. Like I said before, anytime that you feel like making a comment down below, like this, share this, subscribe, and let me know what animals you want to learn about so that I can do a video so you can learn more about yourself and more about others through the teachings of these animals. And as always, thanks again for joining me on Wisdom Kipa Wednesday.